Club. This event runs every year on August Bank Holiday. Jeff myself with our roller were late on parade. We had a broken gauge well, so we had to fix that. We got down to the show site on Saturday afternoon. The attendance been around the arena, and gauge work is going on. This is like what's going on now. And then back-to-back race been going on. We didn't know what was going on. The bucket wall struck between two engines. And so we hooked up with another quality control steamroller, very similar to ours. And they're very controllable engines, so we hooked up these other engines with a bit of road, the bucket wall between them, and we drove up the arena, built the bucket wall. One of us went a bit faster than the other, the bucket wall was moving around still. One of us didn't stop while the other one kept going, so we snapped the road. We kept the bucket, spent on the road, put the water in it, and we did the entire lap of the arena with these two engines. And it wasn't until afterwards everybody was touched down with a bloody shovel that all we had to do was go from one end of the arena to the other, but of course we didn't know that because we turned up late. So what's the scheme for the back-to-back race today then, Fred?
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to sort out who wants to do it and who doesn't want to do it. And the aim of the game, you have 4 engines, 2 pairs of 2, and you put them back to back, which sounds simple. But, in between the 2 engines, we have a short 10-foot length of blue plastic rope. So, you'll probably get the idea now. The idea of the game, one engine goes forward and the other reverses with a length of rope between the 2. And it's the first tag team to the opposite side of the arena without breaking the rope. Now this may sound very easy when you think about doing it with your modern car or a bike or walking or something, but with steam engines, most of them only have 1 cylinder. They're very hard to get going, they're very hard to keep at a steady pace, and very hard to stop. So this will really show the experience and driver effort of each crew.
Everybody around the arena here has had to be forced to be imposed in their motor car. Probably sort of got a bit of a notion of what it can be like. You put the brake on or you slow down and the car that's towing you will suddenly get a bit of a move on. You get a bit of a snatch on the road. Well, if you can imagine doing that with 2 sort of 10, 12 ton steamrollers, the effect on that is totally magnified. And I was saying these little 3 feet of road won't last, so we'll just match. So I see there might be a bit of skullduggery going on with this game as well.
You know what, I was just about to say that. I think you're right, Adrian. This side we seem to be swapping a piece of blue rope for a chain. I think we need to add a handicap to this race for something to do with this game. Like if they allow it to touch the floor, then it's disqualified. How's that? You can use the game, but if it touches the floor, you're disqualified.
Well, of course, the other thing is if they get to be carried away and they end up snapping that, it's going to cost them a damn sight all of the things on the street.
Whereas over this side, using my engine is the piece that sticks to the rules. So we've got a piece of 10-foot blue rope, and we've got Lionheart Dobson who proved his skill earlier in his slow race. So we don't have any worries about following him. We've got good friends on it. We've got Jack and we've got Harry. And we've got Eddie Bell on the back here. This is Team Polly.
Well, Team Polly has a good head of steam. All these engines are pressurised vehicles. In these boilers, they're generally running up to about 180 pounds square inch. A hell of a pressure, and of course what happens if they reach that pressure, they need to release some of it, because if you carry on building, we could end up with a potential explosion. So all these engines are fitted with safety devices. One of these devices being safety valves, and we can see it on the Saturn Blue traction engine, and Polly, Fred's brother up here, they're just gently lifting and feathering the safety valves. They reach their capacity of steam, and they're just gently letting out a bit of extra steam, keep the pressure under control. chains and things. I think he must have another interest in this.
Right, what we're going to do is here's the crews are paying attention, so if the steam engine crews are ready, give us a bit on their whistles. I can clearly see somebody has no crews. Oh, they are a little bit ready. That's wonderful. So what we're going to do, we're going to race this team of 4 over here against each other, and the winner will go against Southern Queen and Cetria. Oh, they have a straw. Yeah, but the straw doesn't break.
Greg having a straw? Greg never has a straw.
He always has a straw, doesn't he? We know. Are you doing it that way then, Greg? Oh, alright then. I'll tell you what, I'll give up on the rules. This is going to be fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do, we're going to count them in after 3. And the idea is to be the first one to the opposite side of the arena without breaking the rope, chain, strop, or what other kind of device is between the backs of the 2 edges. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, go steam engine! So first away is Reinhardt, following with Broyle here. One not going too fast and the other going too fast. They're doing a really fantastic job. Over here we've got Dumpy and Snap. They're doing some kind of oddball shooting and a bit of down, a bit of road and a barry board. So who knows where that one's going to go. And on the far side we've got Southern Queen and Cetria who actually have a lifting slot, which probably won't break unless there's about 45 tons on it. Now, I think Southern Queen was actually towing Cetria.
I was going to say, I think Southern Queen's done a very good demonstration of light haulage there.
Yeah, you're dead right. And so what we do, nobody knows who's won. I'm going to give an award to Cetria and Southern Queen for maintaining a permanent distance. How's that?
I think that's a very diplomatic way out of that.
We're also going to give an award for effective joints between 2 steam engines, the satin and the W over there, whilst using a piece of chain, a piece of rope and a barry board. But actually, in true style, the real winners actually are Lionheart and Broyle over this side, who made it all the way to the other side of the arena without breaking the piece of blue rope. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause, please? Jack, you're a real steamroller driver now.
Fred, you're so inclusive and PC.
Okay, what we're going to do, we've actually found the second piece of blue rope, so we are going to run the 4 steam engines that are on the opposite side of the arena back again with a real piece of rope, and we're going to do another little race. Max is off over there to officiate some of the rules in this game. We've done a barry board delete.
Someone's tied Barry Ford up, stopping interfering with him.
They put the chains on it, Adrian.
Fantastic. Do you think that'll hold him back?
No. Not Barry. He's been doing it for too long. Right, so this will be a good test of cruise in reverse. So instead of Polly and Saturn going backwards, they're the ones going forwards now, and the ones behind them are the ones going in reverse. Down to the talent, not breaking the rope, and the first one to the opposite side of the arena. So when everybody's ready, give us a little whistle. They're ready. I'll count you in then. 1, 2, 3, off we go! That's the way first of the start is completely and utterly broken the rope in the first 5 minutes. That's the really go. Having a great time up there with Susan and Umbrella. Following line up, that's doing a wonderful job. That's all red, they still haven't broken the rope. good as the tractor engine and the steamroller is, two steamrollers together are a far better match. It's all down to gear ratio and timing, skill of the driver, and probably how hot the day is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the back-to-back race. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a little shuffle round of engines and crews, and we're going to do what we call the slalom race. So when we have a really large arena, we have 3 to 4 traffic cones in a line, and we slalom the steam engine in, out of the cone to the opposite side of the arena, and then we usually do a U-turn around the end cone and race back. But because this arena is quite small, we only have 2 cones. We do an in and out slalom, and then the engine will reverse back to its original start point in a straight line, and the first one back will be the winner. So anybody wishing to do this, line up on the commentary side of the arena.
So of course, as we alluded to earlier, we've got different engines still in the arena, there's 4 different tasks. We've got steamrollers, and these got very heavy front bolts that lay down tarmac and road stones. And to be able to steer these heavy front rolls around, the steering is geared down quite substantially. So it's about 40 turns to turn that front roll from one steering lock to the other. Something like Southern Queen, the light haulage tractor, gets along a lot quicker, so you need more responsive steering. You've got about 25, 30 turns steering wheel scope from along to the line. So it's a great steamroller against the steam tractor. The steam tractor would have the advantage that it's a bit more responsive on the steering. I think we'll need to be aware of what we're pairing up the engines with here. It looks like our barrel agricultural is leaving the arena, so it's a bit more of an even race. We've got the 4 aiming rollers and the 1 aiming convertible roller. So you'll be expecting to see if the aiming convertible takes part in this. You'll see a difference. They're geared differently and the steering is geared differently.
I don't know why you went down the route of fence. I think it's got this girl in it. I've got my favourite one.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're racing 3 steam engines now, but we're actually a little short on code, so I think we're going to stand some winning opponents in the way.
Yeah, run them over.
Give us a wave, our mutual assistants. Ta-da! Well, like I said, what's happening, the aim of the game is the steam engine has to go outside of one cone, inside the second cone, up to the opposite side of the arena, and then has to reverse in a straight line back to where it started from. And the first one back is the winner. So what we're going to do, students pay attention, when all your engineers are ready, give us a whistle. Barry, pay attention.
Of course, having been as a cone there, it's like Evil Knievel jumping his motorbike over a jump. I've just up on board with the steamroller and get a footplate ride. I'll try and give you a bit of a taster of the noise we shows on with these engines from a footplate point of view.
Yeah, go on Adrian, that's a good idea. Jump on board one.
The crew are discussing tactics, so I'm not going to shield the microphone from them, so the tactics aren't released to the other competitors.
for?
Brakes just been released, so we're ready to go up here, Fred.
Okay, so after 3, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, off we go! Emergency brake, start up, on the now, something is coming to reverse in the final lap. Line up, step through, and go through a second step reversing moment. Something way ahead of the lead there, with perfect driving. Same as one of those other drivers this weekend, the probably the most enthusiastic. Stephanie coming down the outside now, followed by Michael. And jumping, the winner! Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Have you ever seen a steamroller as quick as this one before? Coming in second with Lionheart and Austin, and third is Cecily with Greg and Barry Ford. Well done, team. I bet nobody has ever seen a steamroller go that quick before.
I hope you didn't drown out your commentary there, Fred.
I can hear it a bit. Well done, Fergus. A grand effort there. You just knew it up again, but you'd already told him that one.
I'm coming, hang on.
So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, just reconfiguring a bit more coal, a bit more water, refreshments for the drivers, and we're going to have another go and see if any of them can challenge Dumpy's winning effort. The reason this steamroller is called Dumpy is it used to be owned by Dumfries County Council up in Scotland there, which you might think a bit of a funny name for a steam engine, but there we have it. So if you'd all like to line up for a second go. So apparently you're having some rule changes because Polly and Jack are going to the other end and they're going to make the opposite way to everything else. What do we think, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, not another. As long as they don't meet in the middle with Lionheart. So when the engines that are doing this race are ready, give us a whistle. Centria, Holly. Lionheart doing it. Might be, and nobody's on something.
Try to get that old.
Youngsters, eh, Adrian?
Hang on. Yeah. Well, we're doing something now.
Okay, give us a whistle when you're ready. After 3 then. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, off we go! And something to one goes to the Correct about through the reverse, but Darby is the first one to go backwards. Excellent leader. Good on first. And Holly is about to reverse the opposite side of the arena. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Darby is still the winner. Well done, Fergus. Round of applause, everybody. A big, enthusiastic young man, closely followed behind by Holly, jacking through over here, one of my favourites, and lastly followed up by Ceccia with Greg over there and Barry Ford. What a wonderful effort, ladies and gentlemen.
if they did, it probably wouldn't do that much. It's really parking brake. But what the braking effort on these engines mainly is through the actual engine itself. So rather than letting the steam go through one way, you reverse the direction of the steam and you can sort of affect what you jokingly call them from the stop of these engines. They might travel slowly, but should you meet these engines on the road then, ladies and gentlemen, please do not just jump in front of them because they're not the easiest of things to stop. They do stop and they're pretty good at it, but they haven't got ABS brakes on your car.
What we're going to do now, we're just about at the end of our performance, so what I like to do is just prove to you that these 40-year-old ladies and gentlemen aren't just relics of the past, dinosaurs and once forgotten times. They are still good at doing their job, and we are very lucky here in Sussex that most people who own these steam engines, they actually drive them to the shows on the road, myself included. Most of the guys are probably some motor car drivers, but also it's our hobby and it's not only that, it's our passion. And so we just take a little demonstration with the engines before they leave in top gear at normal road speed, running around the outside of the arena. This is not thrashing them, you just don't often get to see them like this. You normally get to see them playing silly games in the arena or buzzing around at about 1 mile an hour. About 4 or 5 miles an hour. You might think that it's slow, but when you're actually on board one of these wonderful machines at this kind of speed, it's still top speed. They like the racing car, 200 miles an hour, like 3 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. Accelerating, and see how we actually get it. Somebody coming for me?
But what you'll see, going back to the gearing and steering, is that they're going around a little bit quicker. This person is have to work that much harder to keep it going around in circles, turning out the gears or
Another thing you have to remember is that each of these machines weighs no less than 10 to 12 pounds. So literally 10 to 12 pounds at 5 or 6 miles an hour. And quite a fraction ever. With these pounds, that power is just being produced on fire and water. That's pretty impressive. Not sure by the final way to solve the run by the back. Look at them go, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful machine tonight. These are racing steamrollers. Thomas Davis will be so proud. One last engine crew, people that help and people that install them in a very valiant effort. So one last time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Everybody, here.